10 fragrances that are worth purchasing backup bottles of. Now, I know some people disagree with the whole idea of buying backup bottles. Some may argue that it's a waste of money or that it's not really worth doing. And that's something that I'm going to leave you to decide for yourself, whether you want to purchase backup bottles or not. Let me know down in the comments what you think of that idea, if you think it's smart, if it's not. You can also tell me if you purchase backup bottles and which fragrances you have bought backups of. But this video is for those of you who are interested in picking up multiple bottles of your favorite fragrances. I'm going to give you 10 personal fragrances in my collection that I think are worth purchasing a backup bottle or multiple of. So before we do jump into the list, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that like button if you're new here. Also make sure you turn on the post notifications. That way all these videos are delivered directly to your phone so you can watch them when I upload them. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's go and jump right into this list in no particular order. Starting off with the first fragrance, that one is Guerlain L'Homme IDL Cologne. So the main reason why I'm putting this one up at the top of the list is because this fragrance is actually discontinued. So this is one where, in this instance, it may be smart to actually purchase a backup bottle of, because you're not going to be able to get this one for too much longer once it has been discontinued for a longer period of time. So if you are interested in picking up this scent for the first time, now's the time to do it. Or if you do own this scent and you really like it and you want to grab some more bottles that you can have because the prices are going to start to go up, now is the time to do that. So first fragrance worth picking up a backup bottle of, Guerlain L'Homme IDL Cologne. Second fragrance worth picking up a backup bottle is Bentley for Men Intense. So this has been featured on my channel quite a few times now that I've picked it up here recently, just because this is one that is really nice for the price, coming in at around like $30 or so for 100 ml. Very affordable fragrance, and because it is so affordable, this is one that you can afford to apply quite often. You can wear it a lot. You can reapply multiple times a day. You can spray yourself down a lot when you wear it. This is one that you can just spray on a little bit more and wear quite often and not have to worry about it being too expensive. So because of that, I think this one is definitely worthy of grabbing another bottle, just because it's so easy to wear. You can wear it whenever, basically, and the fact that it is pretty affordable. You know, this is one that you should definitely pick up a backup bottle of, not only because of all that, but also because it's such a high quality, unique scent. You know, if Bentley were to discontinue this fragrance, which hopefully they wouldn't, but if they do, that would really suck. And then the prices are going to go up, and it'll go from being a cheap fragrance like this to a very expensive one. And that's happened in the past with a lot of cheap fragrances. One that comes to my mind right off the bat is Midnight in Paris. That was like a fragrance you can get off of Fragrance Net for like $20. And after it was discontinued, bottles were going up in the $100 range. So if something like that were to happen to this fragrance, which I'm not saying it will, hopefully it doesn't, but if it did, it would be nice to have backup bottles. And also just because it's so easy to burn through the scent that it's worth picking up a couple extras. Third fragrance up, we have Bulgaria Acqua Atlantique. So this is one that I do own a backup bottle of, just because, as you can see with this bottle, I'm running very low. I wore this a lot over the summertime, and yeah, I basically burned through most of this bottle. I did sell a few decants online, but for the most part, this is all from me personally wearing it. I don't overspray this one either. Typically, I'll go with 2 to 3 sprays, maybe sometimes 4, depending on what I'm doing. So I wasn't like bathing in this stuff, but I did wear it quite often. And yeah, I do have a backup bottle, a full 100 ml bottle ready to go for next summer. And this is one of those fragrances I recommend to pick up a backup bottle of, just because it's so wearable, it's so versatile, it smells so good, it works so great in the summertime. This is one that would be really easy to just work through a whole bottle, and it's always nice to have a second bottle on hand. Of course, it is all personal preference. Maybe not everyone will like this fragrance, and that's going to go with all the fragrances in this video and all the fragrances out there. Everyone has their own opinion and personal taste, but for me, this is one that I will always have a backup bottle of, just because I think it's that good. Fourth fragrance on this list is Yves Saint Laurent Rive Gauche Pour Homme. So I don't personally have a backup bottle of this fragrance yet, but I would be interested in getting one at some point. The reason why is because this one is unfortunately discontinued. And that really sucks, because this is becoming one of my personal favorite fragrances, just kind of as like a personal fragrance. And not only that, but one of my favorite barbershop fougere fragrances. Unfortunately, it has been discontinued again. There is the old style tin can version, which was very popular. A lot of people still look for that. That type of packaging was discontinued. Then they re-released it into the La Collection series, as you see here. At first, it came with like a black wrap around the bottle. It looked really nice. And then, for whatever reason, they got rid of that and changed it to this, which still looks okay, but I do like the black wrap around it better, like it first came out with. And now this is discontinued again. So I'm not really sure what they're doing with this. It's really a shame to see that they're cutting this one off again. So this is one for me personally, definitely backup bottle worthy. And if I can find one for a good price, I'm probably going to jump on it because I can't really be without this scent. I mean, I do have a full bottle here for the most part, but this isn't going to last me forever because I do wear this one quite often. And I typically go with a decent amount of sprays because I like to be able to smell it. So definitely backup bottle worthy in my opinion. Fifth fragrance on this list is Salvatore Ferragamo F Black Pour Homme. So featured this in a few videos so far this year. I did a full dedicated video on 10 reasons why you need this fragrance in your collection. So if you're interested in that, go check that video out. I think it's one that you will enjoy if you haven't seen it yet. But this one 100% worth picking up a backup bottle of, or multiple. This comes in at around like $20, $25 for a 100 ml. Insanely cheap price. And again, this is one where you can burn through it pretty quickly if you wear it a lot in the fall and winter. I know for me, this is one of my personal favorite fragrances to wear in the colder weather. And I've put a decent sized dent into it. I haven't worn it quite as much this year yet, but I am going to wear a lot more. So this bottle is going to be running down as I wear it more. So it's one definitely worth picking up a backup bottle of just because it's so easy to wear and it's just worth it. Moving up next, we have Givenchy Gentleman Cologne. So I personally really enjoy this scent. This is a new release, and it's one that I discovered over the summer, and I have to say, I really enjoy it. Probably one of my favorite new releases that I've smelled within the past year. It's just really that good, at least in my personal opinion. It does something a little bit different, and that's what I like about it. It utilizes the note of iris, which it seems like Givenchy has been kind of getting into. They're using it in this fragrance, and they're also using it in Givenchy Gentleman EDP, I believe, is what they're using it in. And that one kind of smells similar to Dior Homme Intense, Valentino Uomo Intense. And now they're using it again here. So it's almost like they're kind of going down the road that Dior did. Started using iris in their sweeter fragrance, Gentleman Intense EDP, or Givenchy Gentleman EDP, whatever it's called, I can't remember. And now they're using it in one of their cologne fragrances, one of their fresher takes, kind of like how Dior Homme did with Dior Homme Sport 2012. That one utilizes iris. So I can see they're kind of taking after Dior and kind of hopping on that iris train, that bandwagon. And they did it here with this one. But I really like this one. Something different, comes across really nice. And although I didn't get to wear it as much, just because I kind of picked it up towards the end of summer, and I didn't have as much of a chance to wear it because I was also testing out a lot of other stuff. As soon as we get into spring and summer next year, I'm going to be rotating this one through a lot. Really excited to wear this one a lot next summer. Definitely backup bottle worthy. Moving up next, we have Acqua di Gio Profumo. So this is one of my personal favorites, and I do own multiple backup bottles of this scent. I believe I'm at about 6 different bottles of this, so I do own a fair share of them. And the reason why is because this is another one of those fragrances that just work. It just gets the job done. You can wear it for any situation, any time of the year. You don't really have to think about it. It performs really good, especially for a fresh fragrance. Very strong, very potent. This one, in my personal opinion, is just a winner no matter which way you cut it. Really a great scent. Definitely worth having backup bottles up, especially if you're going to make this your signature scent. You're probably going to be putting a dent in the fragrance pretty quickly if you're wearing it every day. So it's definitely worth grabbing an extra bottle if you can find one for a good price. Really, really fantastic scent here. One that I recommend everyone to have. And if you like it, I say definitely go for a backup bottle. It's 100% worth it in my opinion. Moving up next here, we have Rochas Parfums Elysium. So this, as you guys know, if anyone who watches my channel often will know this anyway, this is one of my personal favorite fragrances, really just of all time. One of my personal favorites, especially for spring and summer. but I do wear it all year around. It's just that good for me. It's a nice fougere type of fragrance, kind of goes in that direction. Utilizes the note of vetiver a lot in here, which I love vetiver, so that's really cool. Just to me, this stuff is gorgeous. It smells amazing. And I do own 3 bottles in total of this fragrance. I have the parfum, the extrait, and then I have 2 bottles of this parfum cologne concentration. And I'm looking to potentially add 1 more bottle. We'll see. I don't know if I want to go for another parfum cologne, or maybe I'll just end up buying another bottle of the extrait. I do kind of prefer the extrait, even though it is much more expensive. We'll see what happens, but I would like to grab 1 more just because I love the scent so much, and I do wear it a lot. I haven't been as much lately because I've been trying to get into more fall fragrances and wear them. But if I, fully have my choice, if I didn't have to test and try a bunch of other fragrances for the channel, I would be wearing this one a lot more. So Rochas Elysium, one of my personal favorites. I do own backup bottles of it, and I recommend you do as well if you really enjoy the scent. Running down to the end, we have CH Men, the original. This is another one, 100% worth owning backup bottles of. I own 5 bottles total of this. All of them are the red ribbon, this older style here. There's a reason why, and that's because I like the scent. I wouldn't own multiple bottles of these fragrances if I didn't like the fragrance, and I really do. I love this scent, something different and something unique, and it's just something that really is kind of like a breath of fresh air. It's something a little bit different, and it's something that if I want to change it up, I'll just grab this one and spray it on just because it's a little bit out of the ordinary. So CH Men, definitely worth owning backup bottles of. And finally, the last fragrance on this list, we have CK Eternity Eau de Parfum. So this is the new EDP release. You could also put the Eau de Toilette in here if you prefer that one. My personal preference is the new EDP. I love this scent, CK Eternity Eau de Parfum. Really fantastic scent. Again, this is another really solid release for the year. I'm really impressed with it, and I think they did a fantastic job, especially considering all of the other new releases we've had lately. So guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Let me know down in the comments which fragrances you think are worth picking up backup bottles of, and that's going to do it. So as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and have a great rest of your night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.